Hello everyone, welcome back with another video of the weekly market update with me, Mr. Amidian and Mr. Samer.
So I will be sharing with you the outlook of Zylostars on DXY, NASDAQ and Bitcoin for the upcoming week.
Once again, I'm eager to be here with you, Samer and Nurhan, to give you the fundamental update of the coming week.
Alright everyone, so here we are kicking off our analysis outlook for the upcoming week. I'm going to be speaking about Bitcoin, NASDAQ and also DXY. So kicking off with Bitcoin, US 100 and the dollar index. So starting with Bitcoin. Okay, as we can see, Bitcoin has been continuing its uptrend, forming higher highs and higher lows. But the price now currently is at a supply zone. Right, so it may correct before it continues the uptrend. Going to US 100. Now, going to US 100 or NASDAQ, the bearish trend continues. And now it's retesting a key support area. Now, the price from here might bounce to the upside to test the resistance of 19,500, or it may fall to the support of 18, and from here, and if that happens, the expectations are for the price to fall to the level of 18,250. Okay, now hopping on to the DXY index, as we can see, the DXY has been consolidating in a narrow zone. Now, if this range breaks, expectations are for the price to go and retest the level of 102.5.
Hello again with me, I'm Nurhan. So let's start and discuss some analysis from Zylostar strategy profile. We will talk together gold market and the EURUSD market. So we'll start with the EURUSD market. As we discussed in the last week video, that we are expecting the head and shoulder pattern from here. So now we see is that price has broken the neckline of the head and shoulder and is showing sideways movement in a triangle. If this triangle get broken from here, it can further move to the next support level here at 1.08. So let's go to the gold markets and we'll take a look about the analysis. We can see the gold has shown a retracement down from the downtrend. Now the gold price is at a key supply area here. It may consolidate before showing us an uptrend starting. So this is the analysis for this week with the gold and with the EURUSD.
All right, once again, we are here to review the economic indicators and we are going to talk about fundamentals. So on 29th of July, we are not going to have any important or vital economic indicators. On the 30th of July, on Tuesday, we have CPI numbers for Germany from the Europe area, and later we have CB consumer confidence and JOLTS, or better say job openings number from the United States, which is one of the most important indicators in the field and sector of job market. So later on the 31st of July, on Wednesday, we have the CPI number from the Australia, and then we have manufacturing PMI data for China. As you know, China is playing a significant role in the global economy. So at the same day, we have the monetary policy report from the Bank of Japan, or better to say BOJ, and market participants were priced lowering the interest rate by the Bank of Japan for this meeting, because last week we had some news regarding to lowering the interest rate. Later at 1 p.m. we have CPI numbers from the Europe area, and then we have ADP numbers, which is related to the private sector of the United States, and better to say non-farm employment change. At 4:30 we have the GDP numbers from the Canada, an ECI or Employment Cost Index from the US at 4:30. And at 6 p.m. we have pending home sales. We are going to see what happened for homes, and it's one of the most leading indicators in the housing sector, and it's very important. And finally, at 10 p.m. to the Dubai time, we have federal funds rate decision, and market participants already priced for this meeting. We are not going to have any changes in the interest rate. But do not forget, press conference of Jerome Powell can play a vital fuel for the financial markets. And do not forget to watch his press conference. On 1st of August, on Thursday, we have the Bank of England monetary policy report and press conference. So as you know, the coming week is full of central banks monetary policy reports. So later at 4:30 p.m. we have unemployment claims for the United States, and also ISM manufacturing PMI, which is going to be published by Institute Supply Management from the purchasing managers. So finally we arrive to the 2nd of August, which is Friday, and we have the CPI number of CHF, and later we have another economic indicator, which is NFP, and we are going to see what happened for average hourly earnings, employment change, and unemployment rate. So here was the brief summary of economic indicators. I'm going to talk about earnings of the companies, because next week is full of earnings of the companies. So let's dive into the topic of the earnings. As you know, last week we discussed already about the earnings of the companies, and two companies of magnificent companies, which was Tesla and Google, published their earnings, and it was not sufficient to convince the investors that earnings of those companies were strong. So this week we have another round of earnings, which is very important. Some companies like Apple, Microsoft, Meta is going to publish their earnings, and Apple is going to publish its earning on Tuesday after market, and also Amazon, another company from the magnificent list. On Friday we have ExxonMobil and also Chevron company before market, and on Wednesday after market we have some famous companies like Meta, Qualcomm, and Western Digital. On Tuesday, on after market, we have the earnings of AMD, Microsoft, Starbucks, Pinterest, and the other companies. So do not forget, earnings of the company are going to play a very important role for this week, and we are going to see if they can convince investors that earnings of these companies are sufficient to invest more. So let's crunch the topic more, and I'm going to talk about the CME FedWatch tool, which is going to show us that target rate probabilities for the 31st of July Fed meeting, and near to 93%, or better to say 93.80% precisely, is pricing no interest rate change for the coming meeting of the Federal Reserve. Let's go to the September of 2024. For the 2024, near to 88% of the market participants were priced lowering interest rate by the Federal Reserve by 1 quarter only, which is decreased from the previous week. So let's talk about also geopolitical events from the United States. This week we saw that the Kamala Harris is next to the Donald Trump by only 1%. It means she is pursuing the competition of the US election, and she is in the second stage. Here was a brief summary of geopolitical events, earnings of the companies, and economic indicators. Do not forget to match the fundamental with your technical, then you can have a higher win rate.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more updates on weekly market analysis.
And do not forget, subscribe to our channel.